Well, kind of good morning and everything, and this is it's about noon now, but hippie time, kind of. My late hippie time, as I call it. Anyway, I don't like allude the schedules like that usually, so I'm not stupid. So in the meantime, as I take a sit, I was gonna go about what to call it. Oh yeah, when there's nothing wrong, is usually the easiest way to find out there is something wrong. Because acting on the premise that nothing is wrong, it'd be a lot easier to see something go wrong. So, information warfare is one thing, data breaches are another. Compromised information, for those who are versed in American procedure and protocol. There's a reason why that should exist, so that people don't get the information crisscrossed at the wrong timing, because you go by something that had or a straight line straight to it, and forget the line was there. Yeah, that's why you can look up whatever you want on the screen, and just what happens when people try to play God. That's what it is. I'm not a religious person, but I know about it. Let's just leave it at that. So I came over here kind of in the second video, I didn't need that. So, this concept is basically retards already understand. And they do that weird trick with the string. This right here. See, it's a problem. There was another thing too. Dead giveaways start appearing when no problem. I'm still wrenching out and ironing out hammering out the few details on it, how to portray it, People need lessons in actual use and application of free speech a little bit. Here's all the Legos. Let's see what you build. Not what to build with the Legos, but here's all the parts. Let's see what you build. Big difference. What we say, fucking out of your mind, people. Tell me what I'm going to think. I might listen to it for a little bit. Just not to be rude. Here's got my papers. Anyway, as my bag went flying that way, which, it's a pivot. Here's a small lesson on, legal. Any waterway is already private. I'm thinking if you have your own boat on it, then basically it's a port authority. It means as long as I'm cool, calm, collective, and have my wits about me, that's not a problem. There's moderation. There's common sense. The guy keeps giving me the mini bag. I'm trying to take the cans I brought here since I knocked my head on the dang overdraft thing, and it has the connector all the way in the middle, so it had an overhang that far. Luckily I didn't scalp myself. so that's all good. I don't know, man. My subject matter is I'm waiting for stupid paperwork. It makes me a very dull individual. I started thinking around with the spinner and applying pulse field due to the rotation, the alternating current being Rothley's wireless commutator. Yeah. Along with a few other ideas too. The diamagnetic properties of stereo glass, silicon. It's funny. I would have fallen down this bitch. That overhang. So I knocked my fucking head on one of those damn girder things. I had cleared everything else. And this is what I would have slid down, by the way. Look at that. And that's after I only did this and left the rest kind of as a ceremonial tradition. Not like religious or anything, just saying here's to the people I've lost along the way that would have been here along in this kind of same place. Long story. Long story short, I think not to be religious or biblical about it, but be careful of people who want to teach you how to use gifts. Some weird sub-societies out there, kids. And by the way, that camera effect, being able to see my blue eyes too brown, is due to the fact that it's blue light. Oh yeah, and the fact that they're teal is, anyway, it means overexposure to the sunlight, day blind. I think I've said this before. He recounted his memoirs of ex-religious scientist that doesn't go about things like a theory, because the theory is still speculation. That's fun and all, but I have a theory of how to isolate some variables and constants. That's as far as I go with the theory. And that's only based upon the fundamental application of those materials in the first place. Thoughts in logic, ideological premise, fundamental architecture and application. If anyone's into that. Anyway. And you wonder why I'm out here at the river. Oh yeah, the good old steel reserve. Cheers, cool. So I don't know. I didn't come to America to sit here and like pulling back the black veil. Man. Crazy shit. I'm still daring someone to like flip the inversion on it. Do I need to grab my papers? I gotta show my pedigree. So it still doesn't make sense to the local side, so to speak. So they must be like second cousins twice removed or something, and that's kind of what the original intel was alluding to. Frankly, you're not gonna find it on paper. As far as you know, and as far as I know out there, the information isn't available for the same reason. All the information that is available has been, I'm not sure the exact legal term, but I don't think you realize kind of trouble. Anyway. I'm sitting here, kind of like, it's not too bad for a 10-minute brush up. Like, here's what I'm doing, other than paperwork. Stable living address. Some people actually coming through for once in the past, trying to show back up. I probably fucked up some facial recognition software or something. And again, that kind of technology has no applicable resource in a free and open society. It's nice for the face lock. Bounce and leave a full spectrum camera or worse. Just take off the lens from a normal. There's a little filter on these cameras that filters out the visible light. It's not the same as analog technology that literally captures a moment. This shit is basically just measuring you. The limitations of direct current. It has limitations, that's why the pixelization here occurs out here. Because it doesn't know how to process that bandwidth. And so I was using facial recognition technology. The old school stuff. I think it only worked through photo system. I wonder what infrared would react to that. Good news. First, I qualify for my Ohio medical marijuana card. And I won't have to depend on the street brand ding. It's like, yeah, I know guys like to have fun. People want to get high. I don't. When I'm real and raw about something, you're gonna wonder, like, man, I want what he's on. It's called sobriety and common sense. Get some. Like, seriously, like, it's literally a character of perceptibility profile. One contingent. Echo feed. Probably the best if you're familiar with networking and IT. Or hell, even sono sciences. Whatever the catchphrase or term for it is now. I swear. I could sit here and looking at how to freaking cut glass. And here I am, I basically already use the same guideline concept and very sharp knife. It takes actually time for me to sharpen it that way to cut. There's a direction, there's actual science and math involved in how I sharpen a knife to be able to cut so precise on metal surfaces. Like, people have seen me open a freaking can, good, just on. Yet it barely will cut your skin. Unless you cut it just right. That's what I can do with diamond edged knife sharpeners. Smallest of things when I have to once again inventory list. I'm even forgetting what to call this shit. It's been too long out here in survival. All of this stuff, like I said on Facebook, I'm like, you have to kill me to shut me up about this shit, man. That's what I've been doing my whole life. You might as well just end my life with them, bro. Give me a lot of money to retire with. No questions asked. Just, the only guarantee you have is I won't build a fucking Rick and Morty craft and goddamn show up randomly as some echo of your past. sometimes when peaceful technology is put into a corner, it has to defend itself. There's laws to do that, by the way. Like, I create an entire medical ship that can, like, regenerate life from a cellular level. Hey, I'll even bring back your soul and say, hey, we rebuilt your body. You want to go back where you were? Stick around here. You actually can offer the choice to, like, you're coming back to life, bitch. I hope you like that. Copyright, no, trademark. It is copyrighted, poor man's copyright, but trademark. Nicolas. Nobody and nothing. And wait till they figure out that I was doing that shit on purpose. You're like, no, man. How observant are you? I can. What color did you see? What color was my eye that time? Leave it in the comments below. Like I was already stating, basically human potential. We're already got it, man. It ain't just a brain, man. You can get mindless zombies to just work on the back, or it's just fucking rudimentary motor functions. You think consciousness is the mind? Maybe if you live there too much. Not to get sacrilegious. You know who you are. You disgust me. Mutant ape friends. I'm sorry, mutant monkeys. Because it turns out that evolutionarily, monkeys are more aesthetic to such a case. Yeah, look at this retard monkey. No. That was a joke. So, I got nothing, man. I'm sitting here, not in limbo, but just waiting for the next gear to turn. I could be calling these people like crazy, knocking on the doors. Give me my money. But one record message, or one record of communications with the main administration, plus a 30-day processing for the governor's representative. What do they call it? Concessional inquiry. I don't sound too American about it. Oh, look, I'm getting a side call. Look how I measured that, by the way. I'm even looking here in our general. It's funny. Yeah, when I was being more polite, it was, I made a funny. Yeah. Anyway, man. If there's anyone out there who actually wants to like put some raw time, effort, and energy into like some crazy shit instead of let's just do an Orson Welles War of the Worlds. I could remove all sound and just do a bunch of crazy shit with Cameron Ingalls lighting like this. Play that one. How albino am I, really? Depending on what light you I have too much fun. But for the rest of everyone else, you've really got to, think about it. I can see a million profilers all dying simultaneously. As I tell people. It's not supposed to be that serious, man. Serious shit happened. Well, then I could leave it like that. Really play with lighting. I don't know where it's like he's got to have a mirror. Look, no hands. Hold on, I'll block the light source is actually coming from the opposite direction. If you can comprehend that. I'm under a bridge. These lighting effects should not happen. Maybe I should set up a few cameras, some light sensors. I don't know, man. That's what I'm waiting to do. I'm just being sarcastic about it in the meantime. Oh yeah, by the way, that started off blue. This is what I'm from the red shaft to blue. No, but I'm starting to grasp one thing. If you know. It's unfortunate. I've heard a few theories in abstract on the list. Around here. And, you know, when the band wave is full, you gotta move to the next one. Especially when you're not there to ride the wave in the first place.